Return to Vagrant's Rest. There you are. There's the boy.
My tools! Oh, Daddy sure has missed you, my little darlings. Thank you so much for your help. Now, if you would kindly hand them over.
Here are your tools, Daddy.
I'm in your debt, and I pride myself on being a man who always pays what he owes. Perhaps a wind-powered mushroom picker to begin with. Got plenty of mouths to feed here. Seems you find yourself in some pretty dark places, so I think a new lantern is in order. I've written up a list of components for you. It's on my workbench. Maybe take a look.
Is it time for a big boy lantern? Is that your workbench? It is not. Yeah, no joke about go find his workbench. Oh, hey. That's just here, I guess. Listener's lantern. Ash lumens, 1800 compared to my what? How many lumens am I? Whoa, 3 times the lumens. That's triple the light level. All I need is 100 more scoria. Maybe I'll get it from talking to him.
Since you did such a bang-up job on recovering my kit, fancy recovering my kin? My sister Lera has been keeping some particularly unpleasant company these days. She's with the canyon folk, huddling in the dark, worshipping the likes of Cisna. But she's a sensible girl at heart. Lera's just been led astray, that's all. She'd be here right now if it wasn't for that shadow-loving chief of theirs, whispering poison in her ears. Remove him, and Lera will soon see the light.
My child is being led astray by this nasty man. Murder him so she will see the light is a distressing chunk of history for a lot of people, probably. Way the hell out there in a place I've never been to. No journey. New place. New place. Ah, we're not done yet. Okay. I still have a chance to potentially get more scoria before I leave, without even having to use other items.
The halls of Cliffa were built in the name of wisdom. I weep to witness what we have lost. Please, give me the archive tablet. It is some small comfort amongst the sorrow. Thank you. Let's see what Cisna can teach us. Somewhere in these gloomy words, I will find a way to cut through the dark weave. I cannot help but fret over the fate of my darling Ishra. I followed her trail here, but lost it in the annex of light. Perhaps she is gone forever. I wish you could have seen the palace gardens in the light. They were so beautiful. Perhaps we could salvage something of the old beauty in this new age.
Look at my crown. My antler crown. Alright, so now I can afford it. Bloop. Now it's even better. And my old one's still in my inventory, which is unexpected. Bloop. Born in darkness, listener eyes are highly sensitive. This lantern is easy on the sight and can be quickly extinguished. Without a lantern, the darkness will swallow you whole. Batran. So we must be going to a darker area up next. If they're giving me a lantern that's 3 times as powerful. They're talking about this dark canyon. Got a lot of upgrades ready. We've got upgraded items ready, but I need to have a significant amount of increased resources before that's a good idea. How do I... There we go. Trying to remember how to put it down. Seems pretty bright. Hard to tell without, you know, darkness.
I lost my leg trying to rescue Lera, and I was lucky not to lose a lot more. Made the mistake of reasoning with her. No chance there until that chief stops his jabbering. It's their dark faith that makes the canyon folk so strong. Cisna has them wrapped up in her shadows, body and mind.
They've got the power of dark faith. I don't know. Oh, he's pretty high up there. It's hard not to be vaguely weirded out by being asked to wipe out the indigenous peoples, basically, is what they sound like. Ah, the game is categorized into main journeys and side journeys. So I guess these are mandatory and these ones are not. I genuinely... I think I mentally made note that there was a division somewhere in that menu, but I wasn't actually paying any attention to it. I don't think I paid any attention at all to there being any kind of split between the different options on that screen.
Bring the right material.
So the next one is going to be 33,000. It's going to take us a little while to get to that height. Oh my god. Back to it then. Let's try to get a checkpoint that's beyond these things so I can, you know, not spend spears crossing this gorge over and over again. I did retreat to turn those ones in when I probably could have pushed forward until I got to a checkpoint. The real reason is I was ending my session, so I needed to take a break. And that was a good way to end the episode, was to go back to town so I could then turn the quest in. On one hand, I could bring the cheap ones back for the purpose of not spending too much in order to do these jumps. But on the other hand, I don't really want to do busy work of switching back and forth constantly. Wow, that line of sight's actually hard to establish. I thought I'd just shoot for the second or third one or something, but you actually can't see very well this range. I couldn't see where it went. Okay, screw it. Ah. This is a visually cool way of getting around, and conceptually it seems kind of neat. I don't think I like it. And I don't think I'm going to like it in general. Doesn't help that the game controls best with the controller, at least in my opinion. But aiming is best with the mouse. I could probably switch back and forth, although the fact that I'm inverted on controller doesn't help me with the mouse stuff that well. It would really help if if I could see where my fucking spears were going. I'll just always shoot the closest one. I'm done. I'm done. I'm just gonna shoot the closest one each time. Because the game goes into a aimer screen and then pivots back to a not aiming screen before the spear lands, I can't tell where the spear landed because my own character's head blocks the path. I can't tell if I need to aim higher or lower. There we go. Please get me past this part. Please get me past this part. I don't like it. I don't like it. Okay. There we go. Let's go hit things. Let's go hit things with my thing. What's over here? Circular paths, probably. Man, those meters are getting pretty big, huh? I always get comments about how my build in Dark Souls is cheating or something. Like, you have all that health, you went all in health, that's why the game's easy. And like, it's weird. Like, on one hand, you would think it'd be interpreted as you're using game knowledge as to your advantage, and then you're strategizing and making the right choices. And others will be like, it's only easy because you did the thing that makes it easy, you cheater. And I'm like, what? But inevitably, people always bring up the arguments of like as if like the game's intended to be playing one way, and I'm basically breaking it. I'm over leveled. I'm under leveled. I have too much health. Something. So I guess one way of getting around that is this game's complete lack of stat specialization. You don't have a strength or a dexterity or a magic stat, and your health and stamina increase by set amounts for doing specific quests, and you can't customize it in any way besides these runes and I guess these tiny upgrades. Way to punctuate that sentence with the example. It is somewhat interesting to have stat upgrades as a result of quests. The lack of customization is kind of a bummer at times. Just because you inherently want to build your character in some way, and your options for doing so are reduced. And reduced options are generally something I see as a negative in most games. Hey, buddy. Wow, it's getting real dark, isn't it? Uh-oh. Whoa, you're not my friend. I saw the second guy and thought I had just rolled backwards to my own ally. Do you also have a high lumen now? Maybe? They seem pretty bright. He's wearing my old thing. I wonder if he has access to other items that are in my inventory that I'm not using or something. I don't know. Time for the game to get dark. Uh-oh. Ah. Rude. But yeah, I find the idea of getting stats as a result of quests an interesting incentive for doing quests, but I think I would prefer it if said stats were neutral and then you could spend them, as opposed to, no, this is the quest that gives you 10 health. Because stat rewards are an interesting thing to do for quests, but not necessarily. Oh god. Stat rewards are interesting for quests, but it'd be more interesting if you could choose them. I'm sorry, did that guy just get a plus orb? Oh, I thought he did. Did he? Maybe not. Oh, I was getting horns. That's what happened. Ah, I'm out. I thought the other guy gained an orb over his head because I hit somebody. I'm like, that's weird. Oh. Ooh, bad feels for him. Yeah, I just wanted to get the hell away from that throwing spear. Ah. Hey, friend. Friend me. Ah. I've basically found the objective. It's like right here. There it is. That was basically an accident. I just wandered somewhere. My main goal is to just grab the objectives and then go. As I go forward, I feel less incentive to carefully look at every nook and cranny. Partly because the design of the environment isn't the most interesting thing ever, but also just because, for the most part, your rewards for exploring aren't interesting new options and surprises and stuff, and oh, there's a checkpoint I need to grab. And they're more often just, oop, hello. They're often a bunch of small healing items, small amounts of scoria, or like spears and stuff like that. Stuff that's technically useful, but not interesting. Like, whoa, look at this thing. What a game changer. So it's a specific... It's a little hard to express, but basically there's like we're in a particular ground, middle ground here where I want to poke around long enough to find the stuff I need to continue. And then, but then I find myself kind of just satisfied, instead of being completionist, being more like, just kind of like, ah, that's the particular swath of content I saw when I was going through it. Maybe. It's a real particular stance. That was a cool little jump. It's not that I don't want to find stuff, it's more that the stuff you do find is similar enough in content so often that I don't... fully exploring the game leads to like an excess that's unnecessary. Ow. I don't think my ally was able to follow me. There we go. I think he teleported. A good an example of what I'm going for basically is, I guess, how do I put that? Exploring is good because it gives me sapient moss, but I will pretty much inevitably have way more sapient moss than I need, basically. Can you help me? Oh wow, wow, I made that jump. Oh, there was a spear spot. But also, yes, I think I would slowly lose my mind if I tried to thoroughly explore every map, because they're a bit more disorienting. There's a lot of chaotic stuff going on here. It's like the difference between trying to be completionist in your exploration of Undead Burg versus your completionist in your exploration of Blight Town, as how I'd put it. Some of these areas are just chaos. Ow. I don't know if that hit me. Ow. Oh no. Oh, bad dodge. Ouchies. Yeah, look at, like, that's a good example. Look, more sapient moss. That's like the 4th one I found. The game just doesn't necessarily have a huge pool of items to show you. A lot of the weapons seem to be the same couple of categories of weapons repeating over and over again. Kind of like how the enemies themselves I'm fighting are all humanoid, for the most part, except for the handful of monsters that show up much less commonly. And they're all technically different. They're all using different weapons, and there's a bit of variety. But by and large, there's definitely a sameness to a lot of it. That's kind of how the weapons work too. There's not a large variety of weapon categories. So even when I do occasionally find a new weapon, every now and then, it's not going to be much of a game changer. Specifically because it probably when I swing it around, as has been the case so far, it probably swings exactly like the other weapons that are of the same category, of which there are not a lot of categories. And at this point, I've invested in one particular weapon, so I'll probably just stick with that one. More sapient moss. Not even the category I want anymore. I've upgraded past that entire item. How did you get up here? There we go. The platforming works when it wants to. It's dark. What are you doing? Whoop. Oh, did I mess up at dodging? More sapient moss. Oh my goodness. Oh, he's faster. Nope, you got him. You're good. Still need to go further uphill to find the next thing. I bet they hid something up here. They did not. Huh. Surprise. Uh-oh. Misjudged that range. Uh-oh. Oh, that's bad. Ah! Wait, that's not what I want. I want to use my normal healing item at that point. I've been damaged. Full bear's charge. It's got a little armored shoulder on it. Hello. Off we go. Yay. Did he succumb to his wound? Falling wound. Ooh. That was close. There it is. Oh no, it's one of them. Are you a character instead of a thing that will attack me? Ooh, two of them were no... I've never seen that before. Two loot spots were close to each other, so they became a weird queued up menu. Huh. That's new.
Smell the blood, taste it. Another sacrifice to Malik Khal's curse. I searched for the umbral veil, but it was not here, and the claws of darkness took my life. It was our ancestor Malik Khal who began this legacy of pain and undeath. It was his duty to sacrifice a child to Riak, eldest of the Elder Dark, in exchange for peace in the dark. But something went wrong. Malik never returned to us with the relic. Proud Lathyrus fell into ruin. The Umbra Veil was lost, and one by one we fell to the curse. You must find our lost ancestor, Malik Khal. Search the edge of the palace where it collapsed. Much has fallen into the ash and water, but his wraith lingers there.
I can't be the only one that's like... Maybe I can be the only one. I'm sitting here thinking of Moaning Myrtle, which is a weird thing to articulate, but like... Maybe it's because it's a high-pitched girl's voice, like... Whispering dark morbidities. Or like the first thing that came to mind for some reason was Moaning Myrtle from Harry Potter 2? The Chamber of Secrets. Yep. My most watched Harry Potter film. Not any particular preference, it's just... It's the Harry Potter film that we had on DVD at the age where I'd be in a car a lot watching movies. And so we had like a small rotation of movies we'd watch on a portable DVD player in the car for a few hours. And so I got a lot of mileage out of that one. Whereas as all the other Harry Potter movies came out, I would, you know, continually be in different places in my life. Until the final one came out when I was in fucking college. It's a really cool idea, growing up alongside fictional characters that kind of match your age and everything. I don't want to die. Is the other guy dead? I made a real big mess of that fight. Nope, we're good. I got the item ready. Yeah. I think some of why maybe I'm not super into the exploration aspect is that, yeah, maybe part from the level design and maybe part from the items themselves, maybe even mostly from the items themselves. I won't even remember what I picked up in a particular location. Wow, you guys are gonna be real miserable, huh? Is there a teleport spot so I can get up there? There aren't really any around here, are there? Ooh. How can I get up there? Oh, I probably could have jumped up there from... Okay. Maybe going up this will take me back up top. I definitely don't want to go in that gorge. Oh. Is that the guy I thought I lost track of? Is he actually back? I helped. I mostly looked. I'm like, I was here too. I do kind of dig this rotting wood blight town aesthetic for the settlement stuff. Okay, let's get a little... Well, now I'm about to be in more light again. I'm like, let's draw light because it's dark here, and the next step is going to be in more light. Not sure if I can really expect him to ever get here. Uh-oh. I need him to get here. There he is. Hey, Jokel, I think we're about to be attacked by this guy. Yep, here he comes. Oh. Oh no. Did you just hit that guy? This guy's having a lot of trouble with aim, isn't he? Jokel, help. Stop it. Whoa. He went with that arrow. He like went into the ceiling. Jokel? Why can't you boost me here? We can totally make it. Why did they even let me boost down there as if to help me get here? Why? Is this not supposed to be a path? It looks like a path. Huh. I'm out of spears at this point. Working as intended. Definitely. Definitely working as intended here. Get. Yeah. Alright, yeah. I thought if I could run up that slope, I could jump on there and then I could jump to there because we have shockingly long jumps. Maybe I couldn't, but I was gonna try. Oh, maybe I can clear this whole thing. No, I can't. I don't think I can. Look! Oh, I could make it. Wow. No, there's nowhere to go here. All of that entire detour was pointless. Oh, boy.